And you are looking live at the Mid-Florida Event Center in Port St. Lucie, Florida. It is time for Destiny Awaits. Blake Chadwick alongside Dan Evans. They had a stacked card tonight, including 3 championships to be decided. The biggest opportunity of Ozzy Killmeister's career, right in his backyard, taking on Ariel Lundy for the CCW Heavyweight Championship. But of course, Dan, the one on the marquee, Gangrel returns as he has some blood to boil, as he has a lot going on here with Big Bad Brian Brown.
Absolutely, that main event's going to be tremendous. But like you said, Ozzy Killmeister has been on fire as of late. And this is the opportunity of a lifetime. Let's see if he can grab that brass ring.
Also, the return tonight of Marina Tucker, as she is a part of a triple threat bout for the CCW Women's Championship.
Weighing at 205 pounds from Panama City, Panama, the Dragon Reborn, Ricky Fisher.
So as we talked about some of our championship bouts tonight, Dan, of course, the tag title's also on the line. The Crown taking on Elevated Status. But we're getting the action started tonight with a triple threat bout, one fall to a finish. Excellent opportunity for one of these 3 men to really move up their rankings here in CCW as Elliott Qrow has entered the fray. And here comes Ricky Fisher. But Elliott Qrow inside the ring, Dan, has undergone a little bit of a transformation in terms of his attitude over the last couple of weeks.
Well, I like the aggression I've seen from Elliott Qrow. I'm not a fan of the rule breaking, as you know, Blake. I really prefer scientific wrestling. But at the end of the day, a win is a win, and Elliott Qrow has been ready to go as of late. Ricky Fisher, he got to be considered the more experienced wrestler in this match. Elliott Qrow, somewhat of a rookie, as is the 3rd competitor, Joe Garcia.
Perhaps the squeaky wheel will get in the grease here yet again with Elliott Qrow.
Weighing in at 177 pounds from West Palm Beach, Florida, Joe Garcia.
And here comes the 3rd man in this matchup. And we talked about Elliott Qrow at our last breakout event, that $5,000 ladder match, where we saw him change his colors a little bit, if you will, as he had some issues there with Chris Farrow in that bout. But if you go back to the Kumite back in August, the previous breakout event, Joe Garcia, the biggest win of his young career, and then escaped the Kumite battle win.
He shocked all of CCW, escaping that cage in that battle royal. He escaped the cage battle royal at Kumite, and really it's been somewhat of a catapult for him. It's gotten him more matches here in CCW. He's managed to pick up a couple of wins. We'll see if he has what it takes to get the job done here.
An excellent opportunity for one man here tonight. Bell sounds, we are underway. Triple threat action getting us started here tonight at Destiny Awaits. Elliott Qrow, Ricky Fisher, and Joe Garcia. Qrow and Fisher are essentially rookies here, Dan. Or excuse me, Qrow and Garcia essentially rookies, while Ricky Fisher, a couple of years under his belt.
Yeah, a lot of experience wrestling in Panama. And he's been here at Coastal Championship Wrestling a handful of times.
And we've seen him lock up with a Panamanian champion, a guy we've seen here many times in the form of Vandal Oregon in his CCW career. But Joe Garcia picking up the pace in the early moments.
Beautiful arm drags on Qrow. Ricky Fisher now missing a clothesline. Garcia really going to work here.
Joe Garcia indeed taking it to Ricky Fisher. Qrow's on the outside, Fisher's on the outside, and Joe Garcia standing tall on the inside.
Look out from behind, though. Elliott Qrow just hammered Garcia, Blake.
And Dan, you touched on some of that aggression by Elliott Qrow, working at a high level right here. And this is a great way for Elliott Qrow to find his way on the advantage in this matchup.
He's looking good here. Like I said, I like the aggression. That right hand connected with the forehead, though. Referee warning about the closed fist. Ricky Fisher in here now. He's got his hands on Garcia.
And of course, Elliott Qrow, we've seen him several times in tag team competition, Dan, alongside with Gio Stees. But tonight, it's singles competition for Elliott Qrow as he continues to put his eyes right on Chris Farrow as they look to be on a collision course in a couple of weeks at Hardcore Halloween Heaven.
Yes, at one of our breakout events. Ricky Fisher now stomping on the foot of Garcia. Wow, look at him.
And Qrow going to try to stay in the driver's seat here. It's essentially a 2-on-1 right now against Joe Garcia, but again, one fall to a finish.
Well, I can tell you right now, they're not going to continue to work together. Only one of them get the pin. 2.
As Fisher tries the attempt, Elliott Qrow does not attempt to break it up right there.
That was a rookie mistake in my book, Blake.
as the damage continuing to be done right now on Joe Garcia.
Garcia able to power out of that double team move. Elliott Qrow looked on as Fisher got the pinfall. Not a good idea. Now Fisher again all over Garcia.
And Fisher certainly remaining in control right here. Measuring up Garcia and punts him right in the small of the back. And Qrow gonna keep it moving right here. Joe Garcia in a very precarious spot. 1, 2.
And again, Elliott Qrow making a huge rookie error in my estimation, Blake. Not breaking up that pin.
As right now, Qrow and Fisher appear to be on the same page here. Almost a handicap matchup.
Yeah, you wonder if there was some conversation before the match. Actually working together to split the pay.
But after we saw that $5,000 ladder match back at September to remember, and the double hip lock takeover, Qrow, there's a cover, hooks the inside leg, and Ricky Fisher breaks it up. But you can certainly see in these multi-man scenarios, very difficult to trust Elliott Qrow.
Yeah, well, Fisher had the right idea. Ooh. Man, that just jacked Garcia's neck.
Setting
Innovative maneuver. I've never seen that before, Blake.
Indeed, as we're setting the pace tonight here at Destiny Awaits for this triple threat bout. And we also talked about coming up a little bit later on, Dan, the women's title on the line. Triple threat action. Kylan King defends against Ashley Damois and the returning Marina Tucker.
Yeah, really good to see Marina Tucker back in CCW. She spent a lot of time out on the West Coast. And now Fisher all over Garcia again.
As Fisher, looks like he was trying a Hurricane Rana takeover, got caught up with Joe Garcia, and the damage almost done to both men.
Yeah, I think if both of them were the worst for wear of that. Oh, no! Man, oh man, Hashem. It's a side salto suplex. Garcia landed right on the back of his head.
A lot of torque on the neck of Joe Garcia, and Elliott Qrow adding insult to injury here, rubbing that boot right across the face.
I should be going for a cover. Again, I like the aggression, Blake, but he's still got to fine-tune it a bit. He's making a lot of rookie mistakes here.
And Fisher looking to capitalize right now. This might be where Elliott Qrow decides to stop competing alongside Ricky Fisher and take it to Fisher.
Garcia in big trouble here. That neck has been on the receiving end of tremendous punishment.
As Ricky Fisher not gaining over many fans here in Port St. Lucie tonight. As Fisher back and forth, Garcia back and forth with Qrow. Now,
unbelievable. Garcia somehow just firing back. Like, what guts? What heart?
Gaining a second win perhaps here, Dan. And Elliott Qrow looking to chop that off at the knees.
And Qrow blocking that suplex attempt.
As Elliott Qrow, you hear him calling for Ricky Fisher. It seems like there was some sort of plan formulated, Dan.
Oh my goodness! Joe Garcia! How about that, Blake?
And Garcia gets both competitors up and over. Cover on Fisher. And somehow Fisher hangs on. But Joe Garcia here going 1-on-2 in this opening contest.
1, 2.
As the official doing his best to maintain order right here.
All three men down, he's administering the count, Blake.
As Garcia, Qrow, and Fisher all trying to get back to a vertical base here, Dan. Fisher up on his feet first. All three men stumbling around here. Fisher sidesteps Joe Garcia. They get tied up in the center of the ring right here.
Now Fisher is grabbing a hold of desperation, but Garcia firing away with the holes on him. One for Elliott Qrow. Here comes Joe Garcia.
Garcia
he is fired up.
Exploding through the competition, Dan. And Garcia, that flipping neckbreaker. And Elliott Qrow could be in a prone scenario right here, but he's underneath that bottom rope. As Ricky Fisher back on his feet, there's a cover tip by Garcia.
Not even a 1 count.
But that odd man out, Ricky Fisher, indeed breaks it up. And Fisher, it's taken right down by Joe Garcia.
Oh, Garcia, unbelievable. What a performance he's putting in here, but unable to capitalize. Blake, now he's calling for the cover.
Leaving it all out there. There's a cover on Ricky Fisher, hooks to that front leg, and a 2.5.
A little hesitation there by the referee.
As Ricky Fisher appears to be a bit stunned right now as Elliott Qrow looks to measure up Garcia. And Qrow unloading now on Joe Garcia. This is an opportunity for Qrow to capitalize with Fisher down.
Absolutely. Elliott Qrow now all over Garcia.
And Elliott Qrow driving that boot to the throat of Joe Garcia. And once again, Dan, a 2-on-1 beatdown.
Yeah, they're stopping a mud hole in Joe Garcia. Oh! Elliott Qrow's had enough of that partnership with Ricky.
And just like that, Elliott Qrow turns his back on Ricky Fisher. Remember, Dan, every man for themselves here. And Garcia runs Qrow to the ropes. Look how to roll. 1, 2, 3. Garcia does it. Garcia does it. Garcia does it. The upset kid, Joe Garcia, does it again, Dan.
Unbelievable. What a huge victory by Joe Garcia, and the crowd really coming alive for him.
His signature win was that Escape the Kumite Battle Royal back in August. He's braved the winds and the land of CCW and has come out on top yet again to kick off Destiny Awaits here at Port St. Lucie as Joe Garcia looks to make it his year here in CCW.